All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, public comment. Those wishing to speak must state their name and address for the record. After they are acknowledged by the board chair, each person will be limited to 2 minutes, and I would ask you all to adhere to that. It makes it fair for everybody. So, to make his or her remarks. Speakers will address all comments to the board as a whole and not one individual commissioner. The board may not take action on an item presented during the public comment period unless the item is already on the agenda for action. When appropriate, the board may refer inquiries and items brought up during the public comment period to the county administrator for follow-up. Is there anyone wishing to make public comment?
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Matt Sennett at 2519 Stony Creek Drive, here on behalf of several residents in the Stony Creek subdivision out to Country View on Rose. And this evening, we've been to many of these meetings, prior meetings, discussing the concerns that many have with the East Side Corridor being at the 29th Street or 29th Avenue location and the dangers that puts the neighborhood in. Residents, children, vulnerable adults, whatnot, and also, as covered during last meeting, the comments that were made about the concerns with the Jake braking and the engine brakes of the large trucks that are coming to a stop right there by that neighborhood as it intersects Rose Street. All those things have already been said last meeting, so I don't really have any comments on that on this meeting. However, more of maybe a question, and that would be how do we more, I guess, engage the county administration with some questions or ongoing dialogue that we'd like to have, just to get some other questions answered more than just a public comment one-way kind of deal. So I don't know if this is the venue to find out what is that medium that we can maybe engage on this public project. Obviously, no secrets, it's all paid for with tax dollars. It's a public project. We'd like to engage the county on some additional concerns that we brought up before, and I'm just wondering what is the appropriate medium and time for that outside of this type of meeting.
I guess at that, I would refer that to the administrator to see if we can't get something set up. And,
okay.
You know, and as you all are aware, this is just the beginning process of this whole thing. We're still waiting for the results of the first, not EPA, I can't remember which.
Environmental study.
You know, I mean, and so that's where we're at, you know, so it's one of those things, it's just the beginning of the process, and so, but I guess I'd refer that to the county administrator to see if there isn't something we can come up with to set something up.
And I don't have to know that maybe at this particular meeting, because the 2-minute deal here, but if somebody can reach out to me via email, that'd be great, and then I can pass that on to the residents.
Okay, we'll refer it to Scott and see what we can come up with for you.
Very good, thank you.
Okay, thanks, man. Is there anyone else wishing to speak? Okay, thank you. Is there any correspondence tonight, Scott?
No, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Consent agenda. What are the board's wishes on the consent agenda?
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Okay, is there a second to that?
I'll second that.
Okay. Any comments or anything anybody wants to discuss? Hearing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Under general, actually we have 2 things that came out of our work session today. Number 11 is to award the Steele County Fairgrounds Electrical Safety Project contract to low bidder R&K Electric for the amount of $1,698,000. Jacob.
Good evening, Commissioners. So as discussed in the work session, we received one bid on July 18th from R&K Electric in the amount of $1,698,000 with an alternate number 1 price of $300,000, and at this time we're not recommending to approve alternate number 1. And we have been in discussion with R&K and verified their bid is complete and thorough. We do have the attachment that we discussed where once the contract is complete, we will do a change order for the $230,000 that'll come that OPU quoted them, which should not have been in the bid. So with that, I would like to make a recommendation to approve the facilities and fleet director to accept the low bid from R&K Electric in the amount of $1,698,000 and to execute the contract for the Steele County Fairgrounds electrical safety project.
It's been a long time coming. I just want to remind people, $750,000 of that is coming out of a state grant that we got out of a bonding bill 2 sessions ago, I believe it was. So, and it's one of those things that we got to use it or lose it. So with that, what are the board's wishes?
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to award electric contract for the Steele County Fairgrounds to R&K for $1,698,000.
Is there a second? Second. Commissioner Meany, any other comments or
I just like to
conversations?
add the same thing you said. We've been working on this for the last over a year and a half. That's,
At least.
it should not be a surprise to nobody.
Yeah. And just so people know, there's that $750,000 in grant money, almost $861,000 in Steele County. Owatonna Public Utilities is $210,000, and the Ag Society, the total is about $250,000. So that's how the funding is being split up on this. So with that, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks for all the work on that, Jake.
Thank you, Commissioners.
That was a tough one. So good job. Okay, and then number 12 we added was the 501c appropriations. The action item would be to approve utilizing the public health SHIP RFP process to distribute some of the appropriations funds beginning in 2025. Is there board's wishes on that?
I'll move that.
Okay, is there a second to that? Okay. And just to bring everybody in the audience up to date, that's to allow them to maybe work with more 501c3s to help more people out and do some things that the few that they have been working with just alone maybe don't accomplish. So it's something we discuss, and I think it's probably a pretty good thing. So, any other discussion? Okay, all those in favor of that signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Informational items, Public Safety and Health Committee minutes are in the packet. They met on July 12th. Public Works Committee minutes are in the packet. They met on July 13th. And with that, we'll go to Commissioner reports. Commissioner Brady.
July 12th, had public safety meeting. July 13th, public works meeting. The 17th, JD number 19 in Faribault. The 19th, I took a tour of the new OHS school. The 20th was the joint transportation meeting. 24th was Human Relations Center. And today we had a work session before this meeting.
Thank you. Mr. Flynn.
I had a public safety meeting, a fair board meeting, GAD 19, joint ditch in Rice County, and the work session for the day.
Thank you. Scott, you know.
Mr. Chair, board members, I'll just give you a heads up that we're going to be under construction in our mailroom area here, starting pretty soon here. And so we've moved that to the training room, which is near the employee entrance over here. That room is where the mail will be shoveled around and organized.
Can you give us a little update on the lower level progress?
I don't have anything specific. I don't know if Jake's still here.
It seems to be going slow. That's a question. So.
Well, we had, if Mr. Chair, yeah, just a brief update, just because it's down the hall from me. Yeah, we had some delays that were waiting on the building permit approval process from the city. That put about a 3-week delay at the beginning of things. Aside from that, the demolition went very well. The reconstruction of the walls and such is pretty much complete. Plaster and sheet. We've got some electrical work pending, some low voltage stuff that's still in the works, and access control will be coming behind just based on supply chain issues. And then there's some furniture delays as well, but I think it'll come together as it comes together.
Okay.
we're preparing for the next couple phases at the same time so that they can overlap and we can kind of close in on some of the gaps for that.
Okay, good. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. Okay. Commissioner Amy?
On the 12th, I had drug court. Also on the 12th, I had the Steele County Water Conservation. And on the 19th, I had drug court. On the 24th, we had South Human Health meeting. And then we had a work session before this.
Okay. And on the 13th, I had a law library meeting, and we, also had a meeting, a joint meeting with the couple of Waseca County Commissioners